We are live. Welcome back to the NBA Rundown. The channel is Nuke the House. I'm your host, Fred Astaire, joined as always by Tyler Hicks. Tyler should have listened to you last night and stayed away from that total, but we were right on the side of the Clippers game. Probably should have played the Kings. They covered. Good thing I didn't play the Rockets. They did not. Um, Other than that, oh, you're right about that dumb little money line parlay too. The Mavericks can't even beat the freaking Nets. What a joke! I mean, it's Anthony Davis like just the biggest joke of all time. And then like when like the Lakers and Clutch Media put him in like the top 75 players of all time, it's just such a joke. Anyways, nobody wants that 10th seed in the West, it feels like. And we'll talk about Phoenix coming up, but with Kevin Durant missing 3 games, I mean, I thought Dallas and Phoenix were going to knock Sacramento out, but it looks like nobody wants it. Tyler, how you feeling about the NBA today?
No, I'm feeling good. I think we will be able to find some winners. And I tried to warn you with that money line parlay that it was trying to thread three needles, even though they were big spreads. And I mean, that Chicago
Yeah,
game, like we talked about it, 15 points seemed like a lot. I'm not sure what that final score was, but I know they were up 40 at certain points in that game.
oh yeah. I mean, what a joke this time of the season, this time of year it is. So it's like almost like you should just only play favorites. Um, okay, so let's dive into tonight. Pulling up my bookmaker right now. That's where I'll be giving the odds from today. And you got RotoWire pulled up, right? Because this is a NBA show, so we have to guess who cares about showing up to work today. The first game in Philadelphia, 76ers are plus 13.5 against the Knicks. Totals 20. Tyler, I don't want to get involved in this game. It's obviously Knicks are past. Philadelphia is intentionally trying to lose. Everyone thinks the problem in the NBA is too many third trying to lose on purpose for the last 2 months of the year is an absolute joke. Philadelphia has not covered a spread in their last 7 games. Um, New York is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. Philadelphia is 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 against New York, and the total's gone over in 4 of New York's last 5 games. Total's gone over in 12 of Philadelphia's last 15 games. To me, Tyler, I cross this one off. What do you think? Am I leaving money on the table?
No, I think this is a cross off. I mean, no Jalen Brown or no Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. Miles McBride is also out, and Campaign's out. That's their first 3 starting point guards. They're gonna be sending DeLon Wright out to run the point. Bridges, Hart. I don't hate betting a Hart triple double here, depending on what that number is. If you're getting a decent number on that, I don't hate that. He's going to be doing a lot of the ball handling here, and we know he's going to play all the minutes he can. So I don't hate a shot on his triple double, but outside of that, I know I got one other thing I would look at in that game. What is Quentin Grimes' points prop? I know he's bounced around from a few teams, but he was a Knick at one point. So he could have a little revenge factor here and look to put up a lot of points in the Garden. Let's see. He set it 21.5. I would take the over there.
All right. Player prop may be the way to go on that one. I mean, if you were forcing me to bet it, I'd probably take the over, but let's forget that game. The Portland Trailblazers, who, I mean, they're not technically eliminated, but they are. And they had that nice little stretch of play. Now they're kind of back to being that terrible team that we all thought they were. They're catching 5 points in Atlanta, taking on the Hawks. Now let's look at the Hawks, who, I mean, they're not like really good, like can win a playoff series good, but they've been playing pretty well. Um, what do you make of this one? I was kind of looking for some good information to give out. Found looks like more of my good information is on the for the total though, not the side.
It would probably be a pass for me. It'd be Hawks or pass for me, I would say.
Hmm.
It's just an ugly game too. Like the Hawks, they play well in certain spots, and then other times they just look like a terrible team. Portland, I can't really get a grip on them either. They're going to be missing a lot of their bigs in this one. They'll still have Kling and Avija showing he's done good on the boards. But I think maybe we target the rookie for Atlanta here, Rashire, their first round pick, first overall. It's been kind of quiet. His recent games, he's had 36 points. He had a dud in there that was 5 points. Then he had 18, 22, 14, 21, 16, 15. I see a Rashire 15-plus points, and they win this game at plus 180. I don't hate taking a shot on that. Coming off a 36-point performance, he's going to have a decent matchup in this one. He should be able to get to the basket. I think that's my way of targeting this one.
All right. You're looking at Rich to say. I mean, to me, it's Atlanta.
I know,
hate
and
to
I know
say
we
favorite or
don't
pass,
talk about it much, or you don't focus much on the awards market. But Castle's minus 700 to win Rookie of the Year. Mind you, there's only a couple games left. Rashire's stats aren't too far behind him. And it just feels like they would rather give it to the first overall pick. Like the Rookie of the Year has come from the first 4 overall picks, I believe like 12 over the last 13 years. It's very tough to get that award outside of that. He's coming off his best game of the season. If he puts up another big one, those odds are going to slowly start to change. So I don't hate him at plus 750.
All right. Yeah, I can't argue against you there. When I'm talking about the game here tonight, one of the reasons I like Atlanta, 5-1 against the spread over their last 6. Portland only 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games. Portland's lost 4 in a row. Most recently, they were catching 7 in New York. They lost by 17. They were catching 5.5 against the Kings. They lost by 21. They were catching 6.5 against the Cavs. They lost by 11. And they were catching 6.5 against the Celtics. And they lost by 13. So other than SAC, those are all quality Eastern Conference playoff teams. Atlanta's coming off the underdog victory over Milwaukee. Before that, they had lost to Miami and Houston. This will be the dreaded first game home after a 3-game road trip. I don't know, man. I'm kind of liking Atlanta here.
I would, if I had to bet a side, I would take Atlanta. I'll say that.
Okay, let's double back to that one at the end. Maybe make it official.
We might have lost spread going into the next game. He's got some bad weather going on out there. We'll see if he bounces back in 2 seconds, or we'll jump into this Toronto-Chicago game. I'm pretty sure we're not going to have much to say about it, though. Oh, he's back.
What do you mean?
You cut out for a second.
I was going to talk about the Warriors and the Grizzlies, and I think we have a lot to say about this game.
Okay, I didn't know if it was going to be that one or if you were going to go into
this
the
game does have
Toronto-Chicago game.
I'll talk about that game for 2 minutes. But let's talk about the Warriors and the Grizzlies, Tyler. The Grizzlies just fired their coach, and they expect to get a new coach bump. They got neither. They're 0-2 since it happened. They lost to the Lakers and the Celtics, so obviously against 2 top teams. But still, I mean, I don't really know what was going on there in Memphis. I don't know what they expect. They're building. You can't build around a point guard as your best player unless his name is Steph Curry. And John Morant is increasingly getting hurt, and he's only going to get slower. He's all based on athleticism. It just seems to me like this Grizzlies organization is going in the right direction. And it's moved a point. And when I was working on my stuff earlier this morning, Tyler, this line was 5. Why? Because Jonathan Kuminga's out? Fine with me. I like the Warriors here. What do you think?
I don't. Yeah, it's fine by me. I would be on Golden State here if I had to bet this game. I'm just fading Memphis. Like, they're firing the coach middle of the season when they're winning games. It's just a fade spot in Memphis. Like, I don't get why the number's so low. They couldn't cover last night against Boston. I don't think they covered tonight against Golden State, so I'd be on Golden State.
Yeah, I mean, Memphis has lost 4 of their last 5. The only game they beat was Utah, who's trying to lose on purpose. And I just checked. Jimmy Butler is playing. Steph is playing. It seems like all Warriors to me. There are some trends, though, in Memphis's direction. Memphis 10-1 against the spread in their last 11 against Golden State. However, they're 1-6 against their spread in their last 7. Uh, and yeah, Golden State 6-12 against the spread in their last 18 against Memphis. Memphis 1-11 against the spread in their last 12 at home. Golden State 8-3 straight up in their last 11 road games. Um, I don't know. Do you want to make it official? I mean, there's no way I'm betting Memphis here. It's Golden State or pass.
Yeah, it's Golden State or pass. My only worry is it's Golden State on the road.
Where, to be fair, they haven't been that bad this year. Let me pull up their road numbers. On the road, they're 20-16 ATS this year. And they're 10-10 ATS as a road favorite. They're also only 1-2 ATS against Memphis so far this season. So they're actually better
They play
against the spread on the road than they are at home. But that makes sense, right? Okay. Anything else here?
Nope, that's it for me on that one.
All right, yeah, I'm circling back around, but I think Golden State's the way to go in this game. Sorry to keep taking favorites, but this is the dumb time of year to jump back and do an NBA. I mean, half the teams aren't even trying. The Phoenix Suns, this was what? 6. It got down to 5. Now it's back out to 5.5. I agree with the move. Why would you be betting Phoenix right now, Tyler? There's no Kevin Durant. Bradley Beal might play. I mean, that makes them worse. The only reason I don't want to bet this right now is Giannis isn't for sure going to play.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that would hold you back here. I mean, Giannis plays, he's going to nuke this matchup, and Milwaukee probably walks to a win. So if you want to bet it through him, maybe if his performance doubles, his double and wins minus 120.
And then you would just get it back if he doesn't play.
Exactly, yeah. You just get it back if he doesn't play. 14 plus rebounds and they win plus 260, 35 plus points and they win plus 260. There's different ways you can go at this, but I wouldn't lay it just on Milwaukee. I would bet it through him if you're going to bet it before the news.
Yeah, I like the over here too, but we're going to stay away from totals. Phoenix 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games. Total's gone over in 5 of Phoenix's last 6 games. Total's gone over in 4 of Milwaukee's last 5 home games. However, the total's gone under 4 of the last 5 times these teams have faced each other. Phoenix 2-8-1 against the spread in their last 11 against Milwaukee, and Milwaukee 4-2 against the spread in their last 6, but 1-4 in their last 5, which, so they're losing. They're just keeping it close. Yeah, wait on the news. If so, if you want to do the performance double, that's fine. But if Giannis is in, I want Milwaukee. So the Raptors, I talk about teams trying to lose on purpose, and the Raptors are one of them. I guess I'm wrong. They've won 4 games in a row. Now they're taking on Chicago, who got smoked by the Thunder last night. And the Raptors had a little rest. Raptors are catching 4.5 at home. I mean, I don't really want to get involved here, but at least I think it's somewhat interesting. Toronto 5-1 against the spread in their last 6. Chicago 10-3 ATS over their last 13. Total's gone under in 8 of the last 12 times these teams have faced. Your thoughts?
I'd probably lean Chicago, but I'd wait and see. Make sure Giddey's playing. Kobe White's going to crush this matchup. It's just it's an ugly one to bet. I don't think that's why I said I didn't think we'd have much to say about this game. So that'd be the only way. Lean Chicago.
I just wanted to bring it up and not just completely pass it. It's because I said the Raptors weren't trying and they've won 4 games in a row, so I figured that was worth mentioning.
Yeah, I get it. I'd have to look back and see exactly who they beat in those 4 games too. Because they're not messing with another tanking team
right now.
The game.
Yeah, they're other tanking teams. So. Yeah, they're other tanking teams. So they beat Philadelphia, they beat Charlotte, they beat Brooklyn, they beat Washington. All terrible teams. But the Mavericks couldn't even beat Brooklyn. Unbelievable, bro. Yeah. All right. But I don't want to play it. Do you?
Nah, I'd probably stay away from it. Maybe bet it through a performance double. Seeing what Kobe Whites are set at now. I'm actually not.
All right.
What do you got?
I like most of the favorites today, except for in this game. We faded the Magic last night against the Clippers. Now they have to travel all the way to San Antonio. That Magic offense isn't good. I know the Clippers have a good defense, but a lot of that is just unless it's Paulo, they cannot create. There's a lot of times they're rolling stuff up. Now they're laying 4.5 on the road. Now I know San Antonio sucks. I know San Antonio's trying to lose, but I don't know, man. I can't lay with the Magic on the road here with the rest disadvantage. To me, it's Spurs or pass, and I think I'm going to end up passing. What do you think?
Yeah, it's got to be a pass for me. I just think the Spurs, the way they're built right now, missing both their main guys, they just look like one of the worst teams in the league in my eyes.
And they're trying to lose too, which is why we can't pull the trigger.
Yeah,
But I'm just
they're definitely trying to lose because they could add one of these studs from this next draft to their guys coming back. It would be Orlando or pass for me. I couldn't bet San Antonio. You're only getting 4 points too, so you could foul your way out of that spread. Yeah, I'm staying away.
yeah. All right. The final game, the Nuggets are up to 3.5 now. Why? What's the injury news I'm missing?
Well, DiVincenzo's out. Naz Reid's out.
Oh, that is kind of big. All right. Um, Minnesota's won 5 in a row against Denver. It's
I don't
Minnesota
know.
or pass.
Yeah, they've had their number. My worry though is they're missing another big that they can throw at Jokic at times. What happens
Yeah.
there?
No, it makes. I think it's worth the point that you're getting. Um, 4 of the 5 starters for Denver are on the injury report too. I mean, you could bet it right now and just hope for Tankapalooza. Let me look at the standings real quick.
It's saying Jokic likely to play, Braun likely to play, Murray and Gordon toss up to play. Let me look and see
So
exactly.
Denver's 47 and 28. The Lakers are 46 and 29. Yeah. And most likely that whoever's in 3 is going to play Memphis, which is someone that you want to play, right? Wouldn't you
Yeah.
much rather play Memphis than Golden State in the first round?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they're going to be going for it tonight. Minnesota's 43 and 32. They could also technically sneak into that little spot. I can't believe the Kings. How are they going to make this? Unbelievable. Dallas sucks so bad. All right. I like Minnesota here. Would you want to make that official? Just a couple trends here to read out before you give me your answer. Minnesota 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 against Denver. They've won 5 in a row against Denver. Denver's only 4-11 ATS in their last 15. Denver 1-9 ATS in their last 10 home games. And yeah, I got that's what I got. Total's gone over in 5 of the 6 of the last game. 5 of the last 6 for both these teams.
I don't want to bet Minnesota missing their 2 main guys off the bench.
Okay.
That's
So
my
what do we
worry.
want to bet then? Do we have
That's my
anything
worry.
to bet then?
And we also talked at the beginning of the show, and we said it multiple times, like this is the time to be betting favorites, even though it's a good
Yeah.
matchup. They're in Denver.
So you want to just go Hawks and Warriors then?
Yeah, we'll go Hawks and Warriors.
All right, Hawks and Warriors, and I'll do a little Minnesota just for fun for me. All right, there you have it, Tyler. These are going to be quick shows for this next week, right? I mean, just looking ahead to tomorrow. I mean, I was already writing some of it up. Some good games there, like on the nationally televised games. But other than that, dude, not too much. Just good. Our nationally televised games tomorrow are Suns and Bucks, and then oh wait, that's tonight.
Yeah, that is
Tomorrow night
tonight.
is New York and Cleveland. That's a pretty good matchup, right? Even without Brunson. I mean, it's so cool. And then Detroit, OKC. I mean, I know OKC is going to be favored by like 9 or 10, but that's still like a cool matchup. The rest of these games aren't good though. Pelicans and Clippers, not fun. San Antonio, Denver, not fun. Atlanta, Dallas. I mean, maybe. Utah, Houston, not fun. Miami, Boston. I mean, kind of fun. Sacramento, Washington, not fun. Charlotte, Indiana, not fun. I mean, how many of these games just one team's not trying hard? It's just terrible product right now. Terrible product. I don't even know why they still have the season going. All right, Tyler. That's it for us. My favorite play of the game is Golden State Warriors -4. What's your best bet for the day?
My best bet, I'm going to use a performance double. Give me Josh Hart 12 plus rebounds in New York wins at plus 210. And I'm trying to find a third one because I want to put together a little three-legger with these performance doubles. I'm at 2 right now, and I can't seem to find one in this Warriors game. I was going to go Steph 25 plus points, but he hasn't played good in this matchup. Maybe we should go with an Atlanta one. Do we think we should do the Rishire 15 plus points and they win?
Sure.
That didn't sound very confident, but
Because I'm like tripping off your pronunciation. I was calling Ricochet. I don't even know if I'm right.
I don't know how to say his name. I'm just that's what I got for today for it. Or we can do Trae Young double and win. Let's see how Trae Young's played real quick. Let's see. Specifically,
I mean, you're basically just betting on the assists.
Yeah. Trae Young game log versus Blazers. So he didn't have a double in his last game, but he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight before that. We'll go that route. We'll go with this. We'll go with this 3-legger, and if you use the boost on FanDuel for the player performance doubles, it gets you up to 28-1. Go with the Josh Hart 12 plus rebounds in the Knicks win. Jokic triple double in Denver wins, and Trae Young double in Atlanta wins.
All right, sounds like a plan. All right, are we going for 5 p.m. tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right, I should be here on time. So.
Yep. Then we'll be doing the best ball show here in 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna go do some best ball right now. But remember, the channel is Nuke the House. Holden and Twatty will be live at 7 p.m. Eastern. They're gonna be betting some live baseball tonight. Holden's gonna be live with Sean tomorrow night for a live bet in NBA, and we'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Nuke the House.